Hi, I'm Todd V with the Akron Digital Media Center, and we've got Video Basics Tripod Management number 2. This is for our big, beefy Manfrotto tripods. If you happen to be out on a shoot and you need to use one of our big tripods, these ones are kind of complicated. This is not the kind of tripod you get down at the Best Buy. So we want to spend a little bit of time figuring out how to operate this tripod. The first thing you'll notice is it's considerably heavier than the other, and that's why they come in a shoulder-mounted bag. There are 2 quick releases, one on the outside of the leg and one on the side of the leg, which allow this to extend up to a fairly decent height. As you can see now, we have a pretty substantial tripod head on this particular unit, and it's really designed for much heavier cameras. Most home camcorders will never need a tripod this big. You can get a Manfrotto brand tripod with a nice fluid head for your consumer camcorder for probably about 150 bucks. You do not need to get into a unit quite this size until you've got a 3 or 4 pound camera. This tripod has a lot of adjustments on it so that you can get it set just how you want to be comfortable. The first one is, for me, is this arm. This arm is where you're able to control your pan and your sweep, and you can actually set a comfortable angle on the arm independent of the head. You can also extend the arm and make it longer so that you can have even more control when you're doing a nice long pan. The longer the arm, the slower that movement becomes, so it's really nice. We're able to adjust and then lock down the tripod head first in the pan with this little wing right here. When it's out, you cannot spin it back and forth, so when you find your focal point, you can just lock it in place, or you can keep it so that you can move with your subject. For your tilt, there's a little wing here. You tip back, and it allows you to move that tripod head back and forth. But it also has some positive and negative resistance in it, which you can adjust here so that you avoid any kind of herky-jerky movement, but it'll actually push against you to keep it nice and fluid. So again, this tripod has a lot going on right there in the head alone, which allows you to have a lot of control with your video. The other nice part about it is that it comes with this sort of standard Manfrotto plate that they use for a lot of their tripod heads. So we have extras of these so that you're able to just switch out cameras just as easy as it can be and not have to worry about a whole lot of dealing with the screws and nuts. Once you have it mounted on the camera, we generally leave them on for the entire shoot. The next thing is, you may be on very unlevel ground, and you can do your best to get it level by adjusting the leg heights, but to go one step further, this one actually adjusts the head independently by a tensioner that's underneath the head. You twist this, and now this thing will rock in a variety of directions. And there's actually a built-in level with a light on the back here so that you can figure out where that level spot is and then tighten it down. Once you have it tightened down, again, that's going to stay level. On top of that, you're actually able to get very low or crazy angles with it because each of these legs has an adjuster which affects the angle of how far it can go out. That's your most restricted angle. You can take it out and be able to open that leg all the way out and get right down on the ground and yet still have the functionality of that tripod head. So it's a very malleable tripod. It lets you do a lot of different things. A variety of heights. Now this is as tall as it will go, so you want to be thinking about that when you're doing your shoot too, because if you have a particularly tall subject, you don't necessarily want to be shooting up their nose. You might want to do them in a sit-down environment. Other than that, those are your basics for operating this tripod head. If you have more questions, be sure to email me at the Akron Digital Media Center. I'm Todd V. Thanks for watching.